Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. We have Week 3, Division 2, Season 2 matchup here for Snow League as Atrox Spartans faces off against Lunar. Technically Atrox Lunar, but we're going to ignore that for now. On border, Atrox Spartans attacks first here. Spartans and both of these teams, frankly, fairly well-established teams. I don't know if this is a mismatch, though, based on what I've seen from both of these teams previously. I'm afraid that it might be. However, a bit of an equalizing factor is this map border. Not a lot of teams play this map. It's joined the competitive pool, but relatively recently, and even then, many teams just don't play it. It's a fun map. I kind of prefer Old Border, in my own opinion, but it's still a good map. It's still an enjoyable map. It's just not played that often, so I could see this possibly being a bit of a level playing field for both teams in that they're not exactly sure what to expect from the other team on border. To give a quick overview of both teams, Spartans, now known as Atrox Spartans, a very well-established team run by Wusi, who's currently in the match, and then on the other side you have Lunar. I believe it was formerly known as No Mercy Lunar, now Atrox Lunar. So it's been moving around a bit in that sense. And they're also, I would say, a fairly well-established team. I think they've been around less time than Spartans, but then again, that's not that important of a statistic. A bit more important to keep in mind, though, is the bans here, which are fairly standard fare, honestly. You have the Thatcher ban contrasting with your Cade ban, just two important operators to have or to ban, depending on which side you're on. Obviously, one operator making it a bit harder to get the wall open, the other making it a bit easier to get the wall open. The other thing is, on this map, there is a strong emphasis on vertical play, and for that reason, I could see that Cade ban potentially being not all that useful, as Mad Duck ran the Azami and did have to get TK'd. Unfortunately, Azami is currently banned. But as I was saying, that could obviously make the Cade ban a bit less effective. The other part of it is, there could be some spots for either of these teams, honestly, that they might want to use. For example, you can put a Cade Claw in supply right around this area, and it'll cover that wall from below, and without that Thatcher, you're going to have to rely on either finding the Claw, with an IQ, with a drone, just guessing, or some sort of Maverick to get that wall open. The fact that Thatcher is banned doesn't make that easier, but, there's no Cade, so it's not like you can even really run that trick. The other two bans are GEO operators. I always find it a bit funny when the other two bans are from the same group. I know it's a bit strange, but it is what it is. And the Jackal ban, as always, it's a very, very classic comfort ban. He's a strong operator, I can't blame them. The mirror ban is a bit strange. You don't see mirror played a ton on this map. This isn't really a mirror map, though I'm sure you could find a mirror, you could find or make a mirror strat on this map. It's very rarely that mirror is utilized on this map, and as I say that, as you can see, Spartans already starting their push here. They will take that main wall. Pretty easy to remove those bandit batteries right on the bottom, despite the fact that that's now hard flooring. Bit of a change between this and the prior map. White Boy Eric will take a frag there, as well as Petropia now getting a double kill. The Twitch has taken the site. It's up to just Grand Salami. All of a sudden, it's a 5v1 as Petropia, White Boy, and I think another player got a number of kills. Wusi gonna just wipe the board for his team. That'll be a perfect round there for Spartans to open up this match. I was wondering what happened to the fifth player. I just remember that was a TK. So from the start, that was a tough round for Lunar to even really stand a chance in. They were beginning the round down by a player. Regardless of if that player is somebody who's already gotten their utility down or not, it's just tough to play without that extra gun, because it's as though your first frag is a refrag. And it's as though that first player tried to spawn peek and didn't get any damage and, just died. there's nothing you can do. And it's even worse in that situation because of the fact that the Azami couldn't get any utility off. And obviously that's because it's an Azami, but if it was, let's say, an accidental TK after a Maestro had put down L's utility, then sure, it's still a 4v5. It's still not a great situation to be in, but at least you have those two evil eyes and the barbed wire, or whatever utility. But the Azami just means you don't have anything, pretty much, besides one less gun, one less player, potentially one less shot at winning that round. I think that was what really propelled Spartans to get first blood, really, to draw first blood, really. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's still not a great start for them, to put it simply.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
As you can see now, another top floor hold from Lunar. They're running a rather aggressive setup here. I mean, they have a player below, rightfully so. This is a map that is majority soft floor. The major exceptions are, I believe, Office, as well as Fountain, and this section over main wall. The rest of the second floor is pretty much all soft floor. So you could very easily play some vertical here on this site, and I think that's on this map, and I think that's what Grunt Salami is trying to do from below, potentially deny a plant now, as that wall will be open once again. Pretty easy to remove the Zenith batteries. I don't think that that would actually be Mad Duck over there, the Wamai, who just got headshot by Wusi. Early frag's going to take down the Wamai. There goes Stop from top, trying to push forward, trying to stop the bleeding for his team here, and sends out a Nitro, looks for a kill. He will not get one, pardon me. Nizula will actually get one, as Wusi gets a double kill. Please take his down and out, courtesy of Snowy. Left to just revenge deal on a 4v1 situation now. Nizula looking for the plan. He could potentially get a flank now. This Revenge might be able to actually run across through the breach if he's fast enough without being noticed. He's going to try and approach from behind. I think the ace predicting that ends up getting gunned down by the 416. Spots one, 3k from Revenge now, looking for a fourth potentially. He knows one of them is pushing him. That would be Pachopia holding the angle there. Here's Revenge sitting in CC, actually going to get pinged. Might actually tip off Pachopia information that he needs. Revenge will swing, tries to find the Ash, but will fail, unfortunately, as Spartans goes up now. 2-0 here on border. Good round there for Spartans. Essentially the same push on the same site, and they did it perfectly. They got the wall open. There was very little resistance in getting that wall open. Obviously, the Bandit batteries. Eyesore. As I was saying, obviously the Bandit batteries does slow them down, but it's not as though somebody was trying to stop them from getting the battery, or, you know, there was a mute jammer or a Mozzie pass covering it. Really, they got that very easily, and then from there, they took out anybody playing on half wall. That would have been Mad Duck, who fell very quickly, which I think did not help the efforts of Lunar. And then they just pressed the advantage. And because they won their gunfights, they were able to successfully press that advantage there. So yes, hi Sor, how are you?
Bomb located by attackers.
Another thing to point out here is it's the same site 3 times in a row from Lunar, and it's the second time that we've seen that same push from Spartans. I don't know if Lunar's going to make some sort of shift here to properly accommodate that. They really should. It doesn't seem like they are, though. They're doing the same Thunderbirds, the same batteries. There's no, obviously they're not bringing any shield operators, but there's no shield. Doesn't seem like anybody currently is playing actually at half wall, which is going to be a very important position in order to deny or to at least slow down any real push onto main wall. White Boy Eric will gun down Please TK, getting an early man advantage for his team, as well as taking out a Nitro could potentially help his team secure a plant here, though admittedly they haven't really been looking for that. 1 for 1, 1 for 2 pardon me, when it comes to getting plants down, but they've been winning their rounds, so I don't think it really matters to them. As you can see, Nezula going to try and open up this wall here. Mad Duck and Please TK both dead, so it's a 5v3 situation. Wall will be open there. Top from Cap, unfortunately, getting pincered out. Just a quick crossfire gets him killed, and Revenge seems to be in the hot seat now. GG Grunsalami dealing with a large amount of pressure there on the objective. He's already lost that archive side, pardon me, the armory side. Again, White Boy Arc will gun him down though. Double kill from him, and Snowy finishes the round off for Spartans. 3-0 here against Lunar. Has it been recently? It's been good. Thank you for asking. It's been good. This is not a great start here for Lunar. They went to the same site 3 times in a row, lost to the same push 3 times in a row, and didn't adjust at all. I'm not surprised to see them lose to the same push 3 times in a row if they're not winning their gunfights and they're not adjusting their site setup. It's something that you really need to do when teams are just going to do the same thing over and over and over again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the saying goes, but in that case it is broke, and Lunar didn't fix it, and it cost them the chance at potentially having a round lead going into their attacking half. I would say this is an attacker-sided map, but it's not unbalanced. It's not like, you know, it's not like Theme, where it's one good defender site and then the rest of them are bad. And so you're lucky to get a 2-4. I'm about to get right with LMG Crutch himself. I would be interested to see that. But that seems to be the problem here, is that Lunar's not winning their gunfights, and they're not really adjusting their setup or how they're holding at all to properly deal with the push that is presented by Spartans, and Spartans is now really capitalizing on that. 4v4 now, 3v4, pardon me. Mad Duck gonna finally put some kills on the board for himself, takes down Nezula and Lucy over at the cost of Revenge. Top frag of Lunar with measly 3 kills, I'm sorry, Revenge, but it's true and sad. 2v4 now. White Boy Eric will take down Snowy on a TK, presumably by accident, and that's not a great start for them. Mad Duck is down but not out here, courtesy of Pachopia, punishing him for some extra aggression. So spots another. It's actually going to be a 2v2 now. Brings it back to even, despite a bad trade and a TK. Spartans has managed to actually recover this number situation that they're in here.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
A minute in, Mad Duck got his team a man advantage, neutralized by Pachopia, taking advantage of some aggression actually from Lunar, and now, as you can see, Spartans is back on track here. Obviously really early for them to be in a 2v2 situation, but they have even numbers here, and they're almost on the objective. 2v1, Pachopia will get a 3rd kill on the round, and it's up to Just Please TK to try and make some kills happen here, trying to deny that plant now, as White Boy Eric's going to look to stick it behind that reinforcement they had set up here. I mean, plant is down. Nitro goes out there from Please TK, unfortunately does not get any damage or any kills here. Now, as you can see, Spartan's setting up outside, just waiting to make something happen here. Please TK going to seemingly rotate around. You just take out a drone there. Don't know how much that's going to help him actually hurt. Here's White Boy Eric pushing him with the pistol, punishes him for that. Going to take a bit of health off of him. Now rushed actually by the Nomad. Loses a lot of health trying to win this gunfight. No ammo in either gun. And finally the Nomad will take him out with the AK. That's going to be another round here for Spartans, who are, I would dare say at this point, joking around. He's the biggest LMG crutch. I was more concerned about them getting run through. I was kind of hopeful for Lunar, but after that last round, I'm not sure. I mean, Mad Duck did put up 2 kills. He got his team into a man advantage, and then they threw it away, despite having that and a free kill off of a TK, you know, they threw away a 4-on-2. You don't want to be throwing away 4-on-2s. They got too aggressive. They gave a bunch of 1v1s to Spartans. And Spartans has been winning their gunfights so far this match. And in that case, don't give them 1v1s. You're in a 4v2. You outnumber them 2-1. Just hold crossfires. Wait the round out. It's not that hard. Not to mention the fact that they didn't even hold the site properly. They literally reinforced the 2 hatches above site. Didn't hold vertical at all. Which is how you're supposed to hold this objective, is vertically. You know, put some players above, hold some angles. That way, because that's pretty much the only way that you can deny a plants and vents, is by maintaining control of armory and, to an extent, archives as well, if you want to try and stop any plants over on that workshop or ventilation side. So, you know, they blew it. There. I'll sum it up like that. Because that was kind of sad for them. It's not looking too hot for them. Yep. Don't know what that was, a snowy gun. Killed TK there. Unfortunately that, I mean, a 5v4 very early on, 4v4, pardon me, Snowy actually traded. Don't know if that was exactly the best choice for them. I mean, he did take down, he'd obviously take down that Thunderbird, but in exchange you lose 2 Lion scans off of, I was assuming, a rush attempt. It didn't really work, obviously. Really only just took away some utility from yourself. In exchange, maybe you took Alpha Nitro? I doubt it. Still though, as you can see now, pardon me, White Boy Eric gonna try and push in. He'll take down the top from Cop. As Ren Salami now trying to fight off Eric, getting a double kill. And Nizula and Wusi will help clean up the round here for Spartans, who are up now 5-0. We are seeing a whooping here from Atrox Spartans onto Lunar. This is, unfortunately, as I predicted, this is a mismatch. Very clearly. I don't think Lunar knows what they're doing. They're down 0-5. On any map, you don't want to be down 0-5 on defense. Because even if this is a attacker-sided map, this game, by its very nature, is defender-sided. You cannot only have a single round win at half on defense. It's not good. It's not an impossible situation, no. People can make, I've seen teams make comebacks from being down 1-5. But it is very tough. And when you're a team who has 2 players, almost half your team, with no kills, it's even harder there. I mean, if you look, the entire Lunar roster, all 5 players, they combine for as many kills as I will see the top frag of Spartans, the Zoph.
5 seconds to go.
That is honestly sad. If your entire team
Heading out to defuse a bomb.
has as many kills as one player, admittedly the top frag, on a team. We're seeing a 3rd attempt at Events Hold now from Lunar, who seem to have entirely abandoned the objective. They have 1 player on site, and the rest of their players are doing a roam here. I don't understand it. There. We have a Cali in play as well, so I don't think Spartans is taking this very seriously anymore. Moosey gonna take a bit of damage here. He's trying to work that double door that we've seen Spartans working throughout this match here to get some frags, which fortunately only got some damage off of that, but still gonna likely try and work it further. Lion scan will go out here from Snow. You might be trying to push in. He will take passport now. Then move forward. Have to deal with player over there by bottom east stairs. That's not duck gun down now. Grand Salami will get a frag onto Nizula, but traded by White Boy Eric. The Cali getting picked now, and Revenge Zelo again in a 4v1 here. This time on the site, overwhelmed by Spartans who get a perfect half, 6-0 here against Lunar. What was that potato? That kid has been done. That's actually pathetic. I don't think Lunar knows how to play this map. In which case, ban this map. It is a map ban selection. You have 8 other maps to choose from. Most of them you have likely played for a good long while now. It's not like you just entered the competitive scene. You know what the maps are in the pool. Why not ban this one? If you don't know how to defend it, if you can't pick up a singular round, I get it, you don't have Cade. You also don't have to deal with Thatcher or Jackal. You can roam. You can keep a wall closed pretty effectively with the proper effort, with the proper setup. It is astounding. This is just honestly. I don't know what to say. I mean, we're obviously seeing Spartans kind of meme here. They've completely raised that main wall. They're gonna just put up alibi prismas. I don't know if they're actually gonna reinforce that or not. I don't know. I'm really not sure here. I don't feel like Lunar should give up, but I'm concerned that they might have given up here and they might just be roaming. Yeah, we're seeing. I mean, the only person that I'm seeing actively memeing is White Boy Eric, who's playing the ACS 4v5 as Revenge will gun down Snowy. Traded, however, top from Cop, picked off by Nizula, who will be traded by Mad Duck. The Nomad gonna finally put himself on the board here. He'll clear out some of those alibi prisoners. Gonna spot, actually. Got a gunfire going out there. Bot shots taken by Pitchopia right alongside near main wall here, trying to make it work. He's obviously down a player. They did take down top and Cop that Finka, down 0-7 right now. And then Woosie, Eric, and Pitchopia remain as they've lost the Mozzie and the Thunderbird. I almost said the Maverick. The Maverick is available, but not in play here for the attacking team of Lunar. And Woosie's gonna jump out. He has Diffuser, technically, and get a nice shotgun kill there on Tupu's TK. Bringing a man advantage. Now Pitchopia gonna get one. It's gonna be the Ash of TTV Grind Salami trying to push and get one for his team. Unfortunately, taken down, pardon me, by Pitchopia. And for the third time now, Revenge Diolo has to try and clutch it. Unfortunately, Pitchopia swings around and dashes the hopes of Lunar getting even a single round against Atrox Spartans, who will prevail here. 7-0. 7-1, 9-1, 9-1. 5-4-4-4. 3-7-3-7-4-7. 2 donuts at the bottom of Lunar. All other players died every single round. A complete wipeout there from Lunar. And hopefully a learning moment for them as well.
Five of the team.
GG. GG.
GG!
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes tonight's festivities. Atrox Spartans wallops Lunar 7-0 on border. That concludes tonight's matches for Snow League Division 2, Week 3, Season 2. Thank you for watching. I've been a Scarlet Player. Have a good evening.